Hey everybody! Welcome back. Northern Lion plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth hard mode runs. Have not had incredible amounts of success lately. We have done some stuff, you know, a few things are unlocked. We'll random again, but I'll tell you what, if we get Isaac or Cain, maybe we'll go with another character just because I want to ensure that we can at least get the unlock for beating Mom's heart here. We're going to be Blue Baby, that's going to make it probably substantially more difficult, as I bet Spirit Hearts are less likely to come by. GYKS J7SK. A little bit of a tricky one there. Let's begin. Trying to think of like what the difference is in hard mode. It seems like you get a lot less consumables. I would agree with that, but it also seems like maybe you get curses more often. But maybe I'm just having a little bit of bias there, admittedly. So Tiny Planet is an item that I'm probably gonna take because I think it's interesting. But I'll admit that Tiny Planet is one of those items where, at first when people were like, I don't really like Tiny Planet, I think it sucks, I was like, well, you guys have no sense of adventure. And then I used it and I was like, well, I used it consistently, and maybe on a run where I wasn't super overpowered, and I was like, well, you know what? Tiny Planet's got some foibles. But I love the weird runs. And I would love to be part of the, committee here that seeks to make Tiny Planet a little bit more well-respected. But the game's gonna have to work with me if we're gonna make that happen. You know, I can't do it by myself. You're gonna have to give me some half-decent items here. Oh my god, that was a little tricky there. I do see the Tinted Rock, by the way. Something I'm trying to be more vigilant about, especially as, the consumables are a little bit more difficult to come by in hard mode. I would very much like to have Petrified Poop. That could probably sort out any money situations we might have for basically the remainder of the game. Depending on how long we kept it. I might prefer to go with other trinkets like Left Hand or something like that long term, but we'll see. Tiny Planet, in case you haven't done the challenge with Tiny Planet yet, or maybe you did it but you kind of lucked out. The number one tip I can give you for Tiny Planet is actually don't fire straight at the enemy. Ooh, tricky. At least with default range or near default range. You're better off standing like a normal distance away from the enemy, you know, a few body lengths, and firing backwards. Then the shots, they curve around you and kind of land where you would expect them to land if you were shooting right at the enemy. It's a bit of a tricky situation. I would be the first person to agree with you there. There's another Tinted Rock down there, which is fantastic. I hate these rooms with the spikes, man. Work with me here. And we have a little bit less dodging room than I would like to admit. This guy's not going to take a shot at me, so if we can just hit him from afar, that would be great. Okay, well, we will wait then. Thank you. I'm going to wait for this thing to move along. I'm going to put another bomb down here. I really wish that was just like one more Spirit Heart. For us to have 6 Spirit Hearts would have been pretty dang incredible, but that's okay. Oh, there's another Tinted Rock. Oh my god. Somebody up there likes me right now. This Tiny Planet game, pardon me, is going okay right now. That can change pretty dang quickly, though. 2 more Spirit Hearts. There we go. There's our 6th, well, 5th and 6th. No, 6th and 7th Spirit Heart, right? Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, that is actually absurd. Well, what's great about this is that we've more than doubled our starting HP as Blue Baby on the first floor, which almost never happens. But beyond that, we have a very, very good chance of being able to get a deal with the devil on the next floor. That's one of Blue Baby's strong suits, is being able to get those deals with the devil. But then, the weak suit is that oftentimes you don't have the HP necessary to actually take them, and that is not going to be a problem for us on the next run, or on the next floor. Unless we lose an ungodly amount of Spirit Hearts, we should be in a situation where we can fairly easily take a deal. All we need to do is ensure that it's actually a good one. As I understand it, Tiny Planet does break synergies with a couple of other items in the game. For example, apparently Tiny Planet plus Mom's Knife is not the whirling dervish of death that you might expect. At least that's what Nick tells me, but sometimes Nick also tells me that it's in his best interest to not pick up Mom's Knife, which, you know, just because somebody is so wrong about one thing doesn't mean they're wrong about everything, but it does call it all into question, right? That's not me shit-talking Nick, by the way. He would laugh at that. I understand his reasoning. It's like, well, I'm not very good with Mom's Knife, so it gives me less of a chance of winning, but dog, if you just put in, like, the 10 minutes necessary to get acclimated with Mom's Knife, that'll carry you for hundreds and hundreds of runs. So, Monstro's not too bad. Really, the problem for us is going to be, with Tiny Planet, a little bit less reliable to hit enemies, which is going to put us in a situation where tight rooms where we can't maneuver very well, that's going to be where the major problems lie. But for now, I'm relatively happy with this. No keys, and I'll admit that is a little frightening for me because we had so many tinted rocks. Not that I'm complaining too hard, but I will say that I would have expected to maybe get, Oh, that's amazing. I kind of don't want to do it yet. I hope I don't forget. But, you know, we're going to be fighting a number of bosses in that room. So I think I would rather, if possible, wait until after we beat the boss on this floor and then get maybe a deal with the devil and maybe make that room a lot easier. I'm probably going to do it either way. But, no, because it's 3 spirit hearts, which is absurd for us. But, yeah, I don't necessarily want to do it with basically our default run here. There's a key. That's a pretty, you know, benevolent gift for the game to give us at this point. We're going to try to sneak into that item room right about now, I guess. And that is Scorpio, poison damage. Pretty good. Is it my favorite of the horse, or not horse, the, Zodiac items? Horoscope, I guess is what I was trying to go for there. Items? No, but it's okay. It's up there. I think my favorite would probably be Taurus. My least favorite would probably be like, you could probably say like, maybe Aries would be my least favorite. I don't know if I've ever had a use for Aries. By the way, I sort of know what the missing page does, by the way. I'll take it for now, just in case we get the dubious honor of making it work for us. But for the most part, I'm just taking it for now because I don't have anything else to offer its position. Which is also fine. This is, it's nice, you know? Anything that allows us to do a little extra damage is always welcome, but particularly on a run where our tiers are fairly less likely to hit. That was really bad damage right there. Please get hit, thank you. Alright, this could be a big moment for us. Like, I know I said that, like, if Mom's Knife showed up, Nick has told me that it's not very good. But I think he had it going in the other direction. He had Mom's Knife and then picked up Tiny Planet. There's another tinted rock here. I would be having Tiny Planet and then picking up Mom's Knife, which is not to say that the synergies are different, but our perspectives will be different, because he'll be coming from like a super high damage position having had Mom's Knife. I'm coming from a little bit of a dubious position having Tiny Planet here, so I'm pretty much just gonna take whatever feels right. You know, it's like Sloan said, if it feels good, do it. Even if you shouldn't, don't let people mess you around. That's like really bad advice, by the way. Sometimes if it feels good, you should definitely like not do it. That's like the basis of like biological addiction. We definitely do not want Sister Maggie, which means that we're possibly gonna find ourselves in a situation where we're getting deals with the Angel, which is not bad, I'll admit. I could get down with the sweet deal with the Angel from time to time. Now, here's the question, hilariously enough. Is there any point in us fighting on that boss trap room now? 99 times out of 100, and I mean that statistic not, you know, in hyperbole. Almost every time you had a Blue Baby run, you would love to fight to be able to pick up the Rosary. But for us, we'd only get 1 Spirit Heart out of it for fighting 2 bosses. But we'll do it anyway, because, well, I mean, there's one reason that's a big one, which is that we'll get 1 Spirit Heart out of it, and you never know if 1 Spirit Heart's gonna make all the difference. Then there's also the consumables that we may stand to gain for beating it, and it shouldn't be too tough for us, because we got Halo as our boss item, which is actually a pretty nice upgrade. And then, you know, the other thing is, the negative of picking up the Rosary, apart from fighting, in this case, is that you end up getting the Bible. And getting the Bible would not be the worst thing for us. We'd probably rather have, you know, a random item in our item room than a Bible. But still, we could make use of it, you know. The poop is, not very good, in spite of what people continue to tell me. But this is okay. You just hang tight here, Monstro. After you die, we'll fight Larry Jr. again. And admitted, oh, we might even get another Spirit Heart here. That one will be a little redundant. But no, actually it won't, because we can go to our, curse room then, and see if maybe we can get some kind of special item in there. Again, you know, our damage does leave a little bit to be desired, but it's better than it was when we first came down here, and poison damage adds a little bit of a je ne sais quoi to that. Definitely not going to be able to do too much for our shop on this floor. That's alright. We have like Curse of the Maze, I think, going on here. Now, you might be saying use the Fool card to teleport out of the Curse Room, but I'm going to play it a little bit... Oh, come on. Oh my god. Well, at least there was another Spirit Heart that's actually meaningless in there. But we got a bomb out of it and a little bit of money. And we're going to get full health anyway. But, oh, I was actually going to say, like, I'll use my Fool card on the Boss Rush room. But now that I look at it, like, we're leaving the second floor. And we're 9 minutes into this run. So, I wouldn't hold out a ton of hope that we're going to be able to get our Boss Rush room. That's okay, though. We can survive. Alright, Caves Part 1. Desperately seeking keys. I guess the other reason that we might be content to pick up the rosary from our rooms like that, in this case it would be not a rosary but a prayer card from the mob trap room, but one of the reasons we might be content to do that is because if we do get deals with the angel, we'll already have taken a couple items out of the rotation. So, for example, that prayer card, it's not very useful for me. It's probably more useful than poop, admittedly, but one of the big things about getting it is that we wouldn't have to have a chance to get it from our deal with the angel, which would mean that we'd have a better chance for maybe good spacebar items, or good angel items like Sacred Heart, or Holy Mantle, or even Trinity Shield, or who knows, right? All sorts of good stuff there. Holy Grail, Dead Dove, items that, well, Dead Dove I haven't even gotten in Rebirth thus far, so if we manage to pick that up, that would be very nice for me indeed. I wonder if there's like a dodging pattern that you can do. Thank you for that key. If there's a dodging pattern you can do with Tiny Planet that makes it more likely that your subsequent shots are going to hit enemies. Like if you dodge in the same like circular pattern that you're shooting, your shots are more likely to hit. Or if you dodge in the opposite circular pattern to what you're shooting, you'll have more of a chance to hit. Why am I not picking up Prayer Card right away? Because I want to use it to get the guaranteed 1 Spirit Heart per floor. Which might not seem that meaningful right now, but we've just basically gotten superbly lucky with all of our drops Spirit Heart wise thus far. So I don't hold. Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't hold out a lot of hope that we'll be able to keep that luck going in the our long-term future. So if I have the opportunity to get anything that gives us extra HP, that's like Blue Baby 101. Don't get cocky and pick up items that give you extra HP. So we should, this is a big floor for us because we got this golden key. Oh, and now we'll have 2 keys for the next floor. So the golden key basically ensures that for the next 2 floors, at least, we'll be able to visit our item room and our shop, which is incredibly useful for us. You don't always get that on hard mode runs, so I'm pretty excited about it. We're gonna need enough money to make it happen, so I should be shooting poop more often. I've been a little bit lazier about it on this floor because, you know, we're dealing with bigger rooms, more enemies, tougher enemies, etc., etc. I'm ready, dog. Ooh, that was a little scary. I always have a little bit more carry than I expect them to. Alright. Again, this is a situation where you can shoot backwards and make your life a lot easier. Okay, let's fight our boss. Should be easy-ish. Gertie is, it's the Gertie that never shoots as well. New York Gertie. This is not bad, you know? Might be a little bit annoying, because we're gonna have a pretty hard time taking care of those nubs. And every time nubs get spawned, it's just gonna make our life a little bit more tedious. But sure, in the meantime, this is okay. You know what we should probably do is take care of one of the sets of nubs on the side, because those will never respawn. The ones in the middle will respawn, of course. The ones on the side will never respawn. So we could actually give ourselves like a pretty safe... Oh, dang. We can give ourselves like a pretty safe office to work in here. If we wanted to, I believe we could also just, you know, stand right behind Gertie, but we would run the risk of getting hit by flies that we can't really see. That's alright. We'll, it doesn't really matter if we take a Spirit Heart or 2 of damage here. Doesn't really affect us too much at all. Just playing kind of a timing game right now. I don't want to use our bomb to make this work either, as you might expect. You know what? Let's, well, I was going to come back over to this side because the nub was killed, but you pretty much did it for me. Okay, let's continue with this song and dance. Please be dead, like now. Thank you. Annoying, but, you know, not too bad. And a deal with the angel would go a long way towards making me feel a little bit better. Experimental treatment? I'll take it, because it's weird. We're firing slower, but that probably means that our shots have more damage. We are very fast, also. Our shot speed is god-awful. That's okay. Actually, I feel like it's a little bit easier to get these shots lined up now. With the slow shot speed. I can't say, though. Even when you check experimental treatments, the stats that it gave you, it doesn't seem to, like, accurately actually reflect what happened. So, that's why I'm not looking at my stats. But I may be mistaken about that, but so many times I, like, look at my stats and I'm like, these look exactly the same. So, we have an item room and a shop for sure. Little frightening there. I'm very pleased with this run, but it is amazing, you know, and this is the crux of what makes Isaac so replayable and so fun, but it's amazing how differently this run could have gone if we'd actually gotten a good deal with the devil item on our first floor. Like, imagine if even the pentagram showed up, how different this run could possibly be. Not that it's in a terrible position right now, just, it would definitely change the trajectory. So I'm really, really hoping for a good item from our item room here. Something like Spoonbender could help out a staggering amount. There we go. $3 bill is actually pretty sweet for us as well. That'll give us Spoonbender occasionally. Let's see what we got going on in here. Stopwatch or red candle? We gotta go red candle. This is proptosis on this room. So, excuse me. Please be extinguished. Stopwatch, by the way, is good. It's really good. But I kind of prefer red candle for us here. Okay, careful. We do have to be more cautious about some of our some of our $3 bill effects. Not very good damage on my part there. Pills. This could be interesting. Bombs are key. No, sir, I don't like that. Puberty. Not so bad. Range down. Could be worse. Explosive diarrhea. What are you trying to do to me here, game? Are we gonna have to blow up our donation machine? I really don't wanna. I will. Saves us some time. And we got more money than expected out of it. So yeah, we'll take this. Which means, you know what? I probably am still best off trying to make our prayer card work. I'm not gonna take that pill. Pills have been terrible for us thus far. And we're getting to the point where actually, I think what we'll probably do is pick up the prayer card, use it. Be cool here for a second. Be cool. How's Fonzie? Fonzie's cool. And we'll pick up red candle. And then we'll just teleport the fudge out of here. There you go. Because there is almost no way that I can fathom us getting boss rush mode and thus trying to use the fool card more effectively than that. So we're almost at the HP cap. Curse of the Blind sucks, the big one here. But that's okay. Red candle is gonna be... like, It's my way of mitigating risk in this situation, right? Like, we have a relatively risky item in the form of Tiny Planet. So I take an item that has guaranteed damage, like Red Candle. And that's what I'm hoping is gonna, you know, that diversification is gonna make this run work a lot better than I had previously anticipated. Plus, if we got enemies that are ahead of us in a straight line, hit them with the old Red Candle. If we got enemies that are over rocks or far away, we can give him a little bit of this Tiny Planet Poison Touch action here. Is there a Tinted Rock in there? I didn't notice. By the way, I see people complaining about me not seeing Tinted Rocks. This is one of the few times that I'm not just making up a straw man as a joke. Like, there's a lot of people complaining about that, and I understand where you're coming from. Must be frustrating, especially if I lose a run, to be like, well, there were like 3 Tinted Rocks that you didn't see, so you kind of fucked yourself. I'll make more of an effort to look for them. It's just... you know, it's getting into the habit, you know? It's like, not everybody knows you should check the nutritional information on the back of something before you eat it. But once you get in the habit, you say, oh, rat poison, like, I don't want to eat that. And then you realize that you're not even at the grocery store, you're at the hardware store, and, you know, people are like, sir, are you okay? Like, you're butt-ass naked. Basically what I'm getting at is that I can't be trusted on my own, but if you give me some time to learn the necessary skills, I think I can at least do you right, do you proud, find some Tinted Rocks, you know? That's my hope and dream anyway. So, we found a decent amount of goodness there. Well, I'm very glad that I didn't make an effort to go get that health down pill on the last floor. We got it effortlessly here, and it sucked. Don't really want to go to the shop. We'll see. I'm very hesitant to use my bombs to try to find secret rooms because bombs are so rare. Ooh, that was kind of a fucked up situation, you gotta admit. We got Proptosis Tiny Planet here. That strikes me as a match made straight up in hell. Like, if you shoot in front of you, the shots don't even make it to the enemies. That's kind of funny, actually. We'll just wait for Red Candle to get charged up. But, you know, we may look for our secret room. Look at, like, I can't even hit this guy with Proptosis. This could actually be a problem for us. It would be a huge problem if we didn't have Red Candle. Lucky me. And again, like, enemies like this, remember we fought these guys earlier? It's just making our life a whole hell of a lot easier here to not have to deal with their horse shit. Broken Magnet. I mean, it actually is not bad. Well, I mean, it's not good, but it's better than missing poster for us, basically. But I'm not going to take it just because it's in kind of the danger zone there. And I'm starting to think, like, you know, with the amount of HP we have, I think we're pretty likely to end up successfully beating Mom's heart. So that's a little bit of a bonus for us. I think we have Spoonbender here, which is great. That's a little bit of a bonus for us. Should be another item unlocked. Hopefully, we can, this is caves too. Oh my god, this run is going to take forever. Hopefully we can continue past that point and actually be able to get that Cathedral kill. I want to take that route first, like the Cathedral route, because I did it the opposite way on normal mode. I did the Lamb first, for at least many of the characters. Just due to, you know, kind of not cheating the system, but through deals with the devil, like getting down to the Satan fight when you're not really supposed to, I guess. Which is fine, it's fine. Also, I think it's a little easier to do the chest. We don't know what it is. It's a range upgrade. No big deal. I think it's a little bit easier to beat the chest because you have the 4 golden chests, and oftentimes those do make all the difference. Oh, this is $3 bill in a nutshell. This is why you want $3 bill. Getting items like this, just hilarious. Okay. Infestation 2. Pretty good, actually. Gives us a nice assortment of spiders, which is not a sentence many people find themselves often saying. But yeah, being able to generate spiders from enemies. I'm not going to use a key there just because there's no guarantee that it'll be worth it. I mean, if you want to get literal on item rooms, there's no guarantee that it's worth a key, but usually you can, you know, approximate some kind of baseline level of expectation. But yeah, these extra spiders are going to be lovely. Don't get me wrong. I should very much like to generate as many of them as possible, get a sweet fly army going here. And we're just going to head down to the next floor. Again, I'm not too worried about secret room BS and stuff like that. I can't believe we haven't had another deal with the angel/devil, though. I'm not saying we're owed one, but come on. We got one on the second basement, and then never again. Curse of the Unknowns. We can't see our HP. Honestly, on this floor, that's not that big of a deal. Because our HP is good. We know that, you know, on Depths 1, we're not going to die. We could, you know, find ourselves in a suboptimal position if I take a ton of damage, but death is probably not on the menu for us here. I think this $3 bill effect is double poison, so I wouldn't be surprised if even with the new synergies in Rebirth, this just doesn't work. Gives you a sweet kind of look to it. At least. Maybe. Looking for tinted rocks here. Okay, didn't see any. Could be mistaken, but at least you know that I looked there. I gave it the requisite amount of effort to at least keep up the appearance that I'm trying. Which I am trying, it's not just keeping up appearances. I will open those, but maybe not yet. Proptosis, man. Yeah. Okay. I missed them all there. I mean, with a range upgrade, I think Proptosis actually does hit enemies now that are in front of me, which is a change of pace, I suppose. Makes my life a little easier. Might not have to be as stingy as I'm being here with our whole golden chest action, but I think you can understand my reasoning for it. We're definitely going to fight our boss right away. I would love to have another chance at a deal with the devil, but in all likelihood, we're probably going to get a deal with the angel, and that's okay. Oh man, we have Proptosis for this boss fight. I don't know how we are going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to exclusively use... Oh my god. Actually, that does a decent amount of damage. We're going to exclusively use red candle. Well, not exclusively. We're going to mostly use red candle. It's kind of... Yeah, I was going to say, that's pretty sweet for us when he just chooses to walk completely through the fire to get us. There's our deal with the angel, as predicted. I left my broken heart open, and you ripped it out. This is a terrible deal with the devil for us. This is a... It's not a bad thing about the game, but it is so frustrating when you, like, get a deal with the angel, and you're like, finally, I have a 1 in 15 chance of unlocking an item I've never gotten in the game before. And they're like, oh, did you want 2 eternal hearts as Blue Baby? And you're like, well, no, but thank you, sir. May I have another, I guess. Curse room. I don't hate the idea of going to the curse room, but I don't love it either. And again, without the ability to realistically, reliably... Yeah, we're not going to get those. Realistically and reliably keep replenishing our spirit hearts, I can't really justify putting myself in a position where we're going to lose them intentionally, you know? Like, well, that might make our shop closer to worthwhile here. We'll see, though. It depends. If I go into that mob trap room, I think it might be a boss trap room. It doesn't really matter. We can go to either of them. But if I go into that and we have like 2 guppy items, then I'll definitely go into our curse room. The odds of that happening are pretty dang low, which is okay. This is shielded tears. So these will now be somewhat okay defensively, and they'll kind of like block up like bullet hell areas of the game as well. What is this? We got like anti-grav shielded tears? I actually don't know what's happening here. But, you know, that did clearly create a problem for the enemies we were fighting, so that's okay. And if we could just get red candle charge. I do wish that red candle charge is proptosis again. I wish red candle charged as soon as you entered a room. But, you know, maybe that's more incentive to unlock the blue candle. Why, oh why, didn't I take the blue candle? Spiders, thank you. Took a lot more damage on this floor than I'd like to admit. But, really, all we need to kind of pull it back for ourselves here would be, you know, a golden chest. Sorry, not a golden chest, but one of these red chests have 2 spirit hearts. So we'll just wait it out a little bit here. I don't think Shielded Tears really gives us a huge benefit, except that when we do have them kind of spinning around like this, on an enemy that's a little bit bullet helly, like say a Mom's Knife or something like that, or Mom's Knife, a Mom's Heart or something like that, it would actually be kind of beneficial, you know, it would block a lot of the shots that maybe would cause us problems otherwise. Now, I think our dream of getting a double guppy item from this room is probably evaporating pretty quickly before our eyes here. Yeah, that's pretty unlikely now. And we got the Bible, which we knew had to happen at some point. It was worth it. Why not, right? So I think at this point, we're gonna actually play this judgment. Because we have 12 cents, we're not gonna use that on our shop. I would rather just have a better chance to get some kind of payout here. So we started with 12 cents, keep that in mind. As of right now, we paid 9 cents for 1 bomb. That was 10 cents for 1 bomb. That is 12 cents for 1 bomb. Not a good trade. Looking for some secret room action here. Alrighty then. I relish the thought of getting maybe some tinted rocks. Oh, we already looked there. That was a terrible place to guess. Okay. 3 cents. It could happen. Don't question it. Like a single penny in here? All the single pennies? No. Alright, well, then this is looking dire because we did have 15 cents if you add it all together now. We got the coin purse out of it. 14 cents for a coin purse. We get 2 range upgrades, a bombs are key, and luck down. That was terrible. Mind you, it is worth noting that we did save a key by not having to go to the shop, but still, a pretty terrible payout, all things considered. Down to the next floor, I suppose. Admittedly not hating this run, just wishing it could be a little stronger. That's Rage, isn't it? Yeah, okay, Bloody Lust is great. Hard to tell whether it's gonna be that or Anemia, but, or Anemic, I think is the actual name of it, but, that's an incredibly good item for us. Now, we won't be able to do any of the, like, super clever creative stuff, like, you know, using an IV bag, just because our HP is not as infinitely replenishable, basically, as, Samson's is. But still, how can I be salty about such a good item showing up for free? Every time we take damage, we're gonna do more damage for the remainder of the floor. That's pretty solid. This guy should be straight up deceased, by the way. I was gonna say, yeah, chase me down, like, right through the fire. Why is this guy, like, our most hated enemy right now? Ah, I still took damage against him. Now, Loki should be a much easier beast here. But hey, by taking a hit, we will, do more damage for the remainder of the game here. Are we on Necropolis? It is Necropolis. It's Necropolis 2. Boss Rush is a long distant fairy tale here for us. But that's okay. We lost one Spirit Heart here to pick up Rage. That's pretty good. But I could have done better. We got keys. I mean, if for no other reason than the actual, like, fact that keys have shown up on this run, I can't really be too sad about how this run has gone, or too salty about it. Like, this is a pretty solid arrangement for us. On a hard mode, it's pretty rare for you to even be in that situation in the first place where you have enough keys to go to every item room. So I have to show my appreciation for that. So frequently take damage to one of those bonies. This is good. Tinted rocks? I don't see any. It doesn't mean they aren't here, but I don't see any. Okay. Item room is toxic bombs. Or butt bombs, which I actually think is a pretty solid, that was bad. Pretty solid bomb choice for us, if I do say so myself. Got spiders, like, on the walls there. That was messed up. Not gonna win us the game, in and of itself, but, a decent item no less. Or nonetheless. Again, the English language at work. No less and nonetheless almost have completely opposite meanings. No less is like, can you believe this shit? Like, he's already in a great position, and then he got another great item, no less. Nonetheless is like, you know, it's a balancing phrase. If it's shitty, and then you say, nonetheless, you know, I'm having a good time, it brings it all back. We could look for Spirit Hearts in those, which I think is a pretty, you know, justifiable course of action, which is also my favorite Steven Seagal movie. You haven't seen Justifiable Course of Action? Oh, it's flippin' sweet, dog. It's real good. How do we get through this room? Well, I think we get past two of them, and then we wait at the third one, and maybe that makes it a little easier. I'm gonna try to break some of this poop just so we can sneak in a red candle charge in there, and that did fantastically, as you can see. Pretty much stopped him right off the bat. Another key. We are getting a little short on the old Spirit Heart action here. How many? 4. Could be more still. Probably not, though. Good, good, good. Okay. Well, Teratomo. Teratoma is not so bad. It really does, like, my brain, it doesn't parse it properly anymore. I really do say to myself, Teratomo, all the time. Not just as, like, a, you know, appear to be energy crystals type thing, but as, like, my brain is like, you said tome, that means O is coming next, motherfucker, get ready. Well, we're gonna have a chance to put our money where our mouth is on this room, so I think you make it past 1, 2. How is it possible that the third one is somehow faster when we're at top speed? I don't get it. No stars. Now, we still have, well, we still have possibly nothing awaiting us here. That was a really bad time for me to stand still. We don't know what we have left on this floor, is basically what I should have said. Instead of saying we have nothing, because we might not have nothing. But we might have less than nothing, actually, if I keep taking damage here. But honestly, I can't be sad about my performance on this run. I think well, we got Spoonbender here. I think I've performed rather okay. I always, I admire myself for taking the items you don't have to take that can increase the randomness of the run, if you will, the fun of the run. Like Tiny Planet in this case. And we got some decent synergies for Tiny Planet, We're doing some real damage now. Let's look for a second secret room, and if it doesn't pan out, we can always open this golden chest. Infamy's okay. I struggle with, how many, golden chests should we open? How many bombs should we use as well? I guess we're just gonna have to go back and fight our boss. Like, we're pretty much ready. Alright, I guess you try to bait one out, and then you go in for the next one. That makes sense. Not going to our shop, even to donate. Probably should, but my fingers had already, had the desired play programmed into them there. Not much I can do about that. Make sure you... the rock blocked my shot. Not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I know you subreddit. You got a Dwayne The Rock Johnson fetish going on. I don't blame you. He's a very accomplished actor. A very fit guy. Seems very affable as well. But we got bigger fish to fry than WWE's #1 homegrown superstar right now. Okay, so we did get a deal with the devil, which surprises me greatly. Permanent Polaroid invincibility. Beautiful. So yes, I am going to take Whore of Babylon here, which might be a decision that ends up killing me because we have so little HP. But it's going to up our damage so much. We can also go Satanic Bible, but I think Red Candle is too important to our run. Might seem incredibly risky, and to be honest with you, is incredibly risky. We're going to have to very much keep an eye out for Tinted Rocks. But, by virtue of having Whore of Babylon, we won't have to rely on Bloody Lust as much. I think we'll be pretty lucky on this run if we just manage to, beat Mom's heart. I almost walked on the creep there. If we can just get that done, that'll be pretty good. So I'm looking for the X's here. Kate always shows me the tinted rocks on the womb. And to be honest with you, she's like, there's a tinted rock here. Can you see it? And then if it's on the catacombs, I'm like, wait a second. Okay, yeah, I got it. On the womb, just doesn't happen like that. They're so subtle. Please, thank you. Those spiders do become part of our army on the next room. Okay, we got to a safe place. It's important. With these red chests, we have to fight, because we need the spirit hearts. That's pretty much exactly what I asked for there. How can I complain? Don't want to open up these other ones just in case there's spiders in them. Like bad spiders, or bombs. Chubb shouldn't really be able to offer too much of a threat to us here. He's pretty much like our... Oh my god, I really, really dodged poorly there, but made it out. He's pretty much our ideal boss to be facing. I fed him a bomb, apparently, there. I guess in my panic, I hit the E key. My mistake. And, Loki? No, Double Monstro, okay. Double Monstro's not so bad. When possible, there we go. We should try to get a little bit of red candle love in there. You're gonna have to give me a second here, because I just got a message on Skype, and I'm gonna have to say... One sec. Might be late to substream a Rebirth run. Alright, then we'll sign out. Again, always the riveting messages that cause my game to lag. That one just said, "You cheeky bugger." And you might be asking, is your friend Michael A.L. Fox British? And the answer to that question is no. I think sometimes he wishes he was. Not that that's, not admirable, That's a very, honorable people, very prestigious history and a current generation as well. But he's not. He's from a small town in Canada. And that's okay, too. Nothing wrong with that. Salt of the earth. I don't like this so much. Health down. Not very good. Explosive diarrhea. Not very good. Bombs are key. Not very good. Well, I don't think explosive diarrhea, when I said explosive diarrhea not very good, I didn't really mean that. Explosive diarrhea is acceptably good for, like, boss fights. Sometimes. Or rooms where you're going to have a problem dealing with enemies. I don't like this because exactly what happened. It has a tendency to happen. We have no means of which to... let me go back and check that to make sure, but I'm pretty sure we have no means of which to get that lard. Yeah, there's no bridges or anything there. If we do get the ability to fly, we'll certainly take him up on it. And that could end up being one of these rooms that actually does some amazing things for us. We do have, I think we have anti-grav tiers right now. So we're really gonna take advantage of Red Candle. Because anti-grav plus Tiny Planet just, like, does not work, basically. As far as I can tell, at least. What? Oh my god, what was that Tiny Planet shot? There we go. Not Tiny Planet, Red Candle. Okay. This is going alright, you know? We have a small chance to make something wonderful happen on this run. I don't know if range ups are good or bad with Tiny Planet. I just take them because it says up. It's possible that maybe I'm effing up. Whoa! I did not expect to be able to find the second or first secret room there for free. Lucky me. A lot of extra money I have pretty much no means of which to use. No, you don't understand. You can't do that. Yeah, disappear, motherfucker. Vanish like my brightest diamond. Hey. Alright. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Pop up. Oh my god. Pop up. There we go. He popped up. And I missed him. Love that room. That was a lot of fun. I had a really good time there. Not being sarcasm. What is sarcasm? I don't even know what sarcasm is. How could I be it? Now, we really, like... The thing worth noting is, like, it's even worth using Red Candle even if you don't have a good shot, because it sets down these, like, fire traps that make it more difficult for enemies to catch up to you. I'm not opening up that double room. Double key room, I should say. Sure, there's plenty of good things that it could be. But I'd rather just try to keep our keys and keep the dream of being able to visit the chest alive, you know? Oh, I forgot that you generate creep when you die, which is the dumbest thing of all time, but that's okay. Or it's not creep, I guess, it's probably anemia, but they're functionally exactly the fudging same. Spiders, thank you. The guy broke his shots with my shots, but yet I can't hit him. There we go, there's our boss. Take care of him. Thank you. It's Scolex. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Just kill all these little followers first, and then hopefully throw down some... What we should do is try to stand in the fire. Oh, come on. Alright, I'll stand in the fire. He extinguishes it with his fucking other body parts first. Hardly seems fair, to be honest with you. And then we just totally whiffed on that shot. What if I just get him to, like, stand... Oh, jeez. Just get him to, like, come close to the fire. That one sort of worked. Like, hey, just browse adjacent to the fire, please. No, he still extinguishes it. Man, that would make him so easy to take out. Okay, what if I put the fire out, I was gonna say, like, where he just was. Man, Scolex is just a big old pain in the bottom now, isn't he? You gotta, yeah, get behind him and then throw some of that poison love his way. Oh, come on. Not poison love either. Fire love. Get your shit together, Ryan. Oh my god, he's traveling faster than the speed of light. It's the only way to... It's the only way to explain what just happened there. He was still up because the light from his body had not reached me yet. Good, good. We, you know, should probably go without saying, I should very much like to have a deal with the devil at the end of this fight. Maybe 9 lives or something like that. No, just 1 spirit heart. Literally gonna compensate for what we paid for that room, effectively. Boss trap room is a golden chest I don't really want to open. Maybe should have used explosive diarrhea against Scolex. I could see the argument. So again, the most important thing for me is to beat Mom's heart. And I think that's not out of the question by any stretch of the imagination. And I would consider that a pretty nice victory, considering we took a dubious item right off the bat. It was all like, this is not like, oh, the game fed me shit, right? Like, I chose this, and I'll take full responsibility for it however it ends. And the game did give me extraordinary luck with respect to my, like, the amount of spirit hearts that I generated in the early game. We've been pretty much coasting off that almost the entire game thus far, since then, which is crazy. But you know, we're not even close to being out of the woods yet. This is one of the better Tiny Planet runs I've ever had, but it's also, you know, one of the only Tiny Planet runs I've ever had. I've probably had, like, maybe 5 or 6 Tiny Planet runs on camera. Big deal. Doesn't really make me an expert. Okay. Just hang out over here. These guys won't be able to hit you. There we go. A little bit of, you heard my APM there. That's how you know I'm getting serious about shit. Now this is one of the keyest rooms that we can come across here. I should be looking for tinted rocks more often, by the way. Yeah, that could very easily come back to bite me in the ass. But this is one of the keyest rooms for Red Candle, because these poops, they can sneak up on you a little. Looking for these tinted rocks, don't see them. Yeah, just stay low here. I get low when on the flow, so let the kids know, because when I bust, parental discretion is a must. Some people say, hey, Northern Lion, sure, he can quote straight out of Compton, but is he really a fan of NWA? You know, does he know those deeper cuts? Parental discretion is advised. Something to dance to? Oh, I know the deeper cuts, mon frere. I know the deepest cuts. The first cut is the deepest. Actually, the first cut is straight out of Compton, but the closer you are, the quicker it hits you and all that jazz. Okay. This should be a win, but it all could come crashing down like that Everclear song from the Antitrust soundtrack. Yeah, it was Everclear, not Everlast. Everlast was the win. And you really might know what it's like to be on the feud. Anyway. None of our shielded tiers are getting in to do damage here at all. Brimstone? Whoa, that is not what I expected to have happen there. Okay, we've been hit. Bette Midler put a spell on us, but we beat Mom's Heart. Okay, that's big. We unlocked Dead Baby. We're gonna try the Cathedral. I don't hold out high apple pie in the sky hopes here, but we're gonna try it. Curse of the Lost is effectively meaningless to me right now. Your curse holds no power here. Now, all we really need to make a dream come true. That was the Halo soundtrack again. All we really need to make our dream come true here is okay, you know, I'm mad that I took damage there, but it is totally my own fault. But Infamy blocked a shot from behind. What the fudge factory was that? That was awesome. Good stuff. We have, do we have Fire Mind? No, we have the Lucky, or we have Tough Love here, so we don't need to worry about not taking, or not getting exploded. This is bad. I think this exact room killed us on our last run. Doesn't give me a whole lot of hope for what's happening on this run. Ooh. What's my plan here, by the way? What am I hoping to accomplish by space trucking around the fucking stars here? If I can stay kind of at the fringes, then I think I can handle these Stay Puffed Marshmallow Men. But we have to be careful because they kind of like, you know, they occupy their own space. Which is like literally the truest sentence I've ever said. But like you gotta kind of keep moving. Because they don't, I can't see them all. So they don't really telegraph too well what they're gonna be doing because they're not all on my screen at any given time, you know? Don't jump. That's the most important thing. Pretend you are Woody Harrelson in the 1993 eponymous film and can't jump. If the film was actually eponymous, it would actually be named Woody Harrelson, which would be pretty sweet, I'll admit, but Clearly false. Okay, Envy. Clearly the best Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Amy Poehler, and Rachel Weisz movie ever made. With Christopher Walken in a supporting role. What are we gonna do here? Man, if we don't get a Spirit Heart soon, like, we can't live here. Have we really, like... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought we'd cleared it out, basically. Monstro 2 should not be Monstro too difficult for us to win this one. See if I can get him to land on the fire. But, you know, it only takes one slight slip-up for things to go terribly wrong here. Did the fire get him? I think the fire sorta got him. Just be smart here. Good, good. Spirit Heart, please. Nope. Ah, Tinted Rock. Okay. Tinted Rock? Please, work with me. 2 bombs? Oh, well, we can't go to the curse room, obviously. I can't believe that Tinted Rock burned me so hard. I needed that. Okay. Pestilence. It's the champion version. Dare I even say the more annoying version. But relatively low HP. Maybe it was Cube of Meat that blocked that earlier shot that I was so amazed with against War. I don't think so, though. Yeah, you know, what, is this supposed to be hard or something? Oh, yeah, no, this is easy. I'm not nervous at all, by the way. I'm just loving life right now, baby. Just wait, make sure red candle's totally right. Oh, yeah, there we go. It had to happen at some point. Good run, nonetheless. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.